Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Attack on Titan Season 1, Episode 19 called Bite. 57th Expedition Beyond the Walls, Part 3.
Do you think that's the female Titan's bite, or do you think that the Survey Corps is going to bite back?
I think Eren's gonna bite her.
Or his arm.
Or his arm! And he's gonna turn into a Titan and figure out what the heck is up with this woman. They don't use language, so I'm not sure how they're gonna communicate.
It's just gonna be a fist fight.
They're just gonna punch each other until somebody gives up. It will be Eren.
She's wild. They can't stop her.
I don't know where I got the idea last episode that like the forest is safe from Titans.
No such thing.
No, impossible. The trees are way too tall.
Yeah.
So a bunch of the squad is stuck
Right.
on the outskirts with all the aberrants trying to stare at them. And people are getting swatted like flies by the female Titan. So not sure what Levi's plan is here. We ended last episode with him turning with the flare gun. I'm hoping he's gonna shoot her, but I don't know.
I think she's too fast. There's got to be some other plan in place. Or else he's just panicked. But Captain Irwin seems too smart for that. So, I don't know. But they don't even know these things existed outside of Eren. I'm curious to see where they go, what they had planned, what contingencies they planned for, and how they're going to deal with her.
Like, if they've been outside the walls 57 times, and they have never encountered another one because all signs point to Eren was the first one they ever saw.
Stuff to plan
Where
for.
have they been? Where are they living? Because if she's a human that can transform into one, where is she residing?
Eren's basement.
Maybe. They're all down there and then they are sent on missions by Dr. Jaeger. Let's find out. I hope some minute amount of progress is able to happen because she's about to kill literally everybody and that would make for a very short anime.
Show's over.
So yeah, something wild is going to happen. I just feel it. So let's get started. Season 1, Episode 19 of Attack on Titan is coming right now.
Omaera kenを抜け。それが姿を現すとしたら一瞬だ。走れ。
Also, her stamina is impressive.
早い。この森の中さ、自然に回避しようがない。追いつかれるぞ。
兵長、立体機動に移りましょう。兵長。
逃がすか。
背後より増援。
They just can't do anything.
やりましょう。あいつは危険です。俺たちがやるべきです。このままじゃ追いつかれます。奴をここで仕留める。そのためにこの森に入った。そうなんでしょう。兵長。兵長、指示を。全員耳を塞げ。
Wait, what happened?
Was that some kind of special round?
That was like a dog whistle.
But it didn't seem to affect the Titan, only them.
I thought the whole point was to have the frequency throw her off.
Was that supposed to trigger Eren?
I feel like the sheer panic would have triggered Eren. That's why I thought he was gonna change like last episode.
I thought maybe there was an explosive round in there or something.
What kind of round was that? Like he just shot a blank and that's the sound it made?
Maybe that was one of the scientific discoveries.
A special deafening bullet.
That doesn't work.
That only works on humans. Okay, I didn't know if I missed something.
I was expecting more of an effect than that.
Okay. Maybe her head will explode now.
Oh, お前らの仕事は何だ。その時々の感情に身を任せるだけだ。そうじゃなかったはずだ。この班の使命はそこのクソガキに傷一つつけないよう尽くすことだ。命の限り。俺を監視するためなんじゃ。俺たちはこのまま馬でかける。いいな。了解です。かけるって一体どこまで。それに奴がもうすぐそこまで。またどいてくれ。早く援護しなければまたやられます。エレン、前を向け。グンタさん、歩調を乱すな。最高速度を保て。ウンドさん、
Stop talking and do what you're told.
Everyone's trying to protect you. Just let's stop. You're distracting everybody and you have the least experience.
It's not.
Oh.
兵長が説明すべきでないと判断したからだ。それがわからないのはお前がまだひよっこだからだ。分かったら黙って従え。いや、一人でだって戦えるじゃないか。
Are we in episode 3 again? Where Eren knows better than everybody?
This is what gets him in trouble all the time. Is he doesn't think and he doesn't listen and he doesn't like. You think at some point maybe Armin would have rubbed off on him a little bit.
This whole thing, and I know this discussion was huge in episodes like 10, 11, 12-ish, where they were trying to get Eren to move the boulder, you know? And Rico, the woman with the white hair, was telling him, like, everybody's giving up their lives, like, everyone's risking their lives, like, you can't just, like, goof around. And at the time, I was so upset about it because I'm like, yeah, he understands. Like, everybody knows how dangerous it is. But this situation is making me think of that so much because it's like every single person is doing their job to A, protect you, and B, help you succeed. And if you go rogue, that is...
Their lives are wasted.
It's a waste.
But the other thing, too, is there's a... Just because you can do something doesn't mean you can win this. She is the same as you, but more experienced. So you're gonna do this, you're gonna waste everybody's lives instead of figuring out how to use your powers properly. But you're not following orders, and they made it very clear, like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. It's so emotional and short-sighted. And somewhat egotistical to think that he can make the difference here when this thing is better, the same, like...
Well, and yeah, you're like, dude, you're the least experienced person there. Everybody around you who has done this for their whole lives is telling you... Ride, look forward, just listen, do what you're told, and you're like, no, I know better.
Well, we know why it was called Bite.
You were right.
なんで俺は人の力にばっかり頼ってんだ。自分で戦えばいいだろう。
それが許されるのはあなたの命が危うくなった時だけ。私たちと約束したでしょ。エレン、
お前は間違ってない。やりたきゃやれ。
But you're dead to me.
俺にはわかる。こいつは本物の化け物だ。巨人の力とは無関係にな。どんなに力で抑えようとも、どんな檻に閉じ込めようとも、こいつの意識を服従させることは誰にもでき
See if that has an impact.
とにかく巨人をぶっ殺したいです。エレン、お前と俺たちとの判断の相違は経験則に基づくものだ。だがな、そんなもんは当てにしなくていい。選べ。自分を信じるか、俺やこいつら調査兵団組織を信じるかだ。俺にはわからない。ずっとそうだ。自分の力を信じても、信頼に至る仲間の選択を信じても、結果は誰にもわからなかった。だからまあせいぜい悔いが残らない方を自分で選べ。
Interesting choice of words.
信じて。
お前を半殺しにとどめる方法を思いついて。はい。巨人化したお前を止めるには殺すしかないと言ったが、このやり方なら重傷で済む。とはいえ個々の技量頼みだがな。要はうなじの肉ごとお前を切り取ってしまえばいい。その際手足の先っちょを切り取ってしまうが、どうせまたトカゲみてえに生えてくんだろ。気持ち悪い。
待ってください。どうやったら生えてくるとかわからないんです。何か他に方法は。
何の危険も冒さず何の犠牲も払いたくありませんと。
いいえ。
なら腹をくくれ。俺たちも同じだ。お前に殺される危険がある。だから安心しろ。
はい、わかりました。
じゃあ実験していいよね。
リスクは大きい。かといってこいつを検証しないわけにもいかないからな。
計画は私がやっていいよね。エレン、わからないことがあったらわかればいい。自分らの命を懸ける価値は十分ある。そろそろいい。
We're seeing a bit of Levi's leadership abilities.
I found his wording very interesting.
Which part?
Choose whichever decision you will regret least. And it's an interesting look because he's basically saying, you're right, there's no good decisions here. What can you live with?
He's not like telling him to do anything.
No.
He's like, the choice is yours.
And that actually shows an incredible amount of emotional intelligence from him, which I wasn't sure he had.
He came in pretty hot. We were introduced to him in some pretty unique circumstances.
A real kicking.
Yes. Yes.
But this scene that just came up makes me think that they may have experimented on him a little bit already.
I was more fixated on like his statements. Like
Which ones?
the ones when they were riding.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so which part did you find interesting that he said?
No, I'm agreeing
Oh,
with
okay.
what you're saying.
I thought you were talking about Eren's thought process.
No.
No.
Eren, I'm just kind of annoyed with. I need to take a breather from him.
What was the name of the female in that group
Which one?
that was talking to him and saying have faith?
Petra?
Was it Petra? I'm curious if Petra and Levi are intentionally working in tandem, or if that's just Petra's nature. have faith, stay with it.
Well, no, you could even see some of the other guys, like the old grumpy looking guy. He was saying even like, what are we doing here? I don't get it. But like, he just stayed the course.
Yeah. Yeah. They know to follow orders. But I think Eren's made his decision. I don't think he's gonna bite.
I don't know.
いいかな、エレン。準備ができたら新演団で合図するから。それ以降の判断は任せたよ。
了解です。
このカレイドなら自我のない状態の巨人であっても拘束できるはず。
合図だ。巨人の操作、壁を塞いだ時以来か。もしまた暴れでもした
So
ら
they were practicing. Perfect.
リヴァイ班に殺されるかもしれないのか。
合図が伝わらなかったのかな。
いや、そんな確実性の高い代物でもねえだろ。
おい、エレン、一旦中止だ。
He pops out.
何かあったの？ハンジさん、巨人になれません。自分で噛んだ手の傷も塞がらないのか。はい。お前が巨人になれないとなると、ウォールマリアを塞ぐっていう大義もクソもなくなる。命令だ。なんとかしろ。はい。
そう気を落とすな、エレン。
しかし、
まあ、思ったよりお前は人間だったってことだ。
焦って命を落とすよりはずっと良かった。これも無駄ではないさ。ああ、身長が過ぎるってことはないだろう。
みんな、どうしてこんなに落ち着いているんだ。
Because they're
俺
pros.
が巨人になれなくてもいいのか。
Because they've been doing this long enough that they know not to rely on you.
大丈夫か。
おい、なんだ。何の爆発だ。
Hi.
なんで今頃。
落ち着け。
リヴァイ兵長、これは。
落ち着けと言ってるんだ。お前ら。
He's defending him.
I didn't realize that he was having such trouble even changing, or that he could misfire on a change.
He didn't try to change.
No, I know, but that's less control than I thought he had.
Well, we've only seen him in like really life or death situations.
Yeah. But that one he looked half stuck in,
I
half
know.
a body in.
That was weird.
Yeah.
He only went halfway.
But not even, because he wasn't even inside of it. Yeah, that's strange. I thought he would be able to just kind of do it.
I mean, I was pretty shocked when he managed to do it for the boulder.
Yeah. I'm wondering, what is it, emotional trigger? Is it stress? Is it need?
Well, every single time we've seen him do it, he was like, I need to do this or I will die.
Fair. Alright, we'll see.
I like that Levi had his back though. Levi, who has been acting like if you mess up, I'm going to kill you, was like, everybody stand down.
It just shows how quickly he's able to assess a situation and understand if there's danger.
何の音
One hand and a ribcage.
どういうことだ。はい。なぜ今許可もなくやった。答えろ。
エルド待て。
答えろよエレ。どういうつもりだ。いや、それは後だ。俺たちに、いや人類に敵意がないことを証明してくれ。証明してくれ早く。
How is he supposed to
お前
prove
には
it?
その責任がある。その腕をピクリとでも動かしてみろ。その瞬間てめえの首が飛ぶ。できるぜ俺は本当に。
You guys, he's literally standing right there. Can we relax?
兵長エレンから離れてください。近すぎます。
いや、離れるべきはお前らの方だ。下がれ。なぜです。俺の勘だ。
どうしたエレン。何か喋れよ。妙な動きはするな。早く証明しろエレン。
だから俺に。
答えろ。俺たちにお前を殺せないと思うのか。俺は本気だぞ。早く聞こえないのか。いややるぞ。お前は死んじゃった。黙っててくださいよ。
She's like drooling.
触るだけだから。ハンジさん、ちょっと待って。あ、つい。エフないとクソ熱いぜ。これすげえ熱い。
大丈夫。息急ぎすぎです。
ねえ、エレンは熱くないの？その右手のつなぎ目、どうなってんの？すごい見たい。そうだ。さっさとこの手を抜いちまえば。 こんなもん。おいエレン、妙なことするな。ちょっとエレン早すぎるって。まだ調べたいことが。
Reaction?
It was like the Titan grabbed the spoon, not Eren.
Because he couldn't do it. He couldn't reach.
Are his hands healed from the bite marks?
あまりよくありません。
So when he experiences physical limitations, the Titan just activates?
Maybe.
Well, he was physically limited when the cannon was about to fire at them. He was physically limited in thinking, in like trying to move that boulder.
It's a good theory.
Interesting that the ones without skin are super hot.
Yeah. I guess that physical limitation thing would fit into the need theory. Like, it's not an emotional need, but it's a... Yeah. Now, just correct me, that was back in time, right? Like, yeah, flashback. Okay.
実際に敵意を向けられるまで気づきませんでした。あそこまで自分は信用されてなかったとは。当然だ。俺はそういう奴らだから選んだ。生きて帰って初めて一人前ってのが調査兵団の通説だが、巨人と対峙すればいつだって情報不足。いくら考えたって何一つわからない状況が多すぎる。ならば努めるべきは迅速な行動と最悪を想定した非常な決断。かといって血も涙も失ったわけでもない。お前に刃を向けることに何も感じないってわけにはいかんだろう。
リヴァイ兵長、ハンジ分隊長がお呼びです。
クソでも長引いたか。
そんなことないよ。改弁だったけど上への説明に手間取っちゃってさ。まあとりあえずこれを見てくれ。
ティースプーンですか。
そう。 エレンが出した巨人の右手がこれをつまんでた。こんな風に人差し指と親指の間でね。偶然挟まっていたとはちょっと考えにくいね。しかもなぜか熱や圧力による変形は見られない。何か思うことはない？
確かそれを拾おうとして巨人化はその直後でした。
なるほど。今回巨人化できなかった理由はそこにあるのかも。巨人を殺す、砲弾を防ぐ、岩を持ち上げる。いずれの状況も巨人化する前に明確な目的があった。おそらく自傷行為だけが引き金になってるわけではなくて、何かしらの目的がないとダメなのかもね。
確かに今回の巨人化は砲弾を防いだ時の状況と似てます。けどスプーンを拾うために巨人になるなんて。
A little extreme.
なんだこれは。
つまりお前が意図的に許可を破ったわけではないんだな。
That's what they care about.
はい。
We can get behind that. Solidarity, baby.
ちょっと何やってんですか。
言ってこれはきついな。エレン、お前よくこんなの噛み切れるな。俺たちが判断を間違えた。そのささやかな代償だ。だからなんだって話だが。
But it does.
お前を抑えるの
We're
が
a
俺たち
team.
の仕
We're
事だ。
with you.
それ自体は間違ってねえんだからな。調子に乗んなよガキ。
ごめんねエレン。私たちってビクビクしてて間抜けで失望したでしょ。でもそれでも私たちはあなたを頼るし、私たちを頼ってほしい。
This is even more reason why he should listen to them and follow them.
信じて。
I love those team moments.
Adam's dream is anything coaching or team.
No, but it's just they reacted to a scary situation, and no one can fault any of them for their reaction. They were concerned about themselves, they were concerned about Levi. They thought he broke protocol, like the one rule they had in place. But when they understood what was going on, as a group they supported him. And I just think that that's a powerful show of faith. And now this line of have faith in us makes so much sense. And it's just I hope Eren doesn't take that for granted.
Well, no, like they swallowed their pride and admitted that they were wrong, and then acknowledged how difficult it must be for him to like willingly try to undergo these changes so they can figure it out. I hope that he remembers that, because if he just goes rogue, like that breaks all the trust that they've built together, you know?
They have your vulnerability superpower.
Superpower, debatable. That's right. You know what to do. Oh dear.
Sprint mode.
Oh dang, it's about those starting blocks. Hit the brakes real quick and she'll go over top of you.
不可能だ。逃げ切るなんて。このまま背中を向けて走っていれば全員
Or
ペ
maybe
タ
she
コに
just
なる。
wants to keep up with them.
死にそうだけど。 仲間を見殺しにしてもみんな前に進むことを選んだ。リヴァイ兵長は前を見続けている。先輩たちも兵長を信じて全てを託してる。俺も彼らを信じるんだ。彼らが俺
Stop
を
looking back.
信じてくれたように。
Erwin!
Wow.
Erwin, what was up?
少し進んだところで馬をつないだら立体軌道に移れ。俺とは一旦別行動だ。班の指揮はエルドに任せる。適切な距離であの巨人からエレンを隠せ。馬は任したぞ。
You made the right choice, Eren.
あの巨人を生け捕りに。
They're gonna cut the person out.
どうだエレン、見たか。あの巨人を捕らえたんだぞ。これが調査兵団の力だ。なめてんじゃねえぞこのバカ。どうだ、分かったか。はい。
動きは止まったようだな。
まだ油断はできない。しかしよくこのポイントまで誘導してくれた。
後列の班が命を落として戦ってくれたおかげで時間が稼げた。あれがなければ不可能だった。
そうか。
そうだ。彼らのおかげでこいつのうなじの中にいるやつと会
She's not smirking
え
anymore,
る。
is
中で
she?
小便漏らしてねえといいんだが。
Hey, why do we have to go in this forest? What is Captain Erwin doing? What an idiot. He doesn't know anything.
And they're going to be able to interrogate the person who's in there. This might be the biggest source of information they're going to be able to find, because this person, and I'm assuming it's a female, can probably control their abilities.
I am so happy Eren didn't transform because he would have completely ruined the plan.
And he would have gotten killed, because she would have mopped the
Yeah.
floor with him.
Yeah.
But that was quite the trap. I thought,
Only like 500 cable arrows.
my kind of one rope trick theory was very wrong.
Let's put a tripwire, booby trap her. Okay, catch her in a rope and dangle her from a tree. I'm still scared that somebody's gonna get close to her and she's gonna like swat them somehow. I'm like, everybody be careful, okay?
I really want to know who's in there.
That has to be the next step. Let's
Yeah.
cut her out, figure out who she is.
Could you imagine they have two?
Is she a rogue faction that like is operating independently? Is she part of like, you know what I mean? Like somebody
Yeah.
who wasn't like amassed into humanity within the walls. Oh, I don't know.
She might be the biggest single source of information they could ever get. Like, Eren was huge, but this
Unless
is...
there's encyclopedias in the basement.
Wow. But even her knowing how to control her ability, assuming she does, then you get two Titans if you can bring her onto your side.
All I know is she wasn't smirking so much anymore.
No. Okay, do you think she's on the Titan side? Do you think she's operating on her own? Like, where do you think her loyalties lie?
I don't know. I'm wondering if there's like a group of humans who didn't get collected and put into the walls, and I'm wondering if she's one of them. Or maybe she's acting on behalf of Dr. Yeager's X-Men. Like, I don't know. This is great.
so many more questions.
Next episode better
Answers.
give me some answers, okay? Like, I don't need the build up. Like, let's just cut her out of the back right away.
At the
okay?
beginning, like 3 minutes in.
Don't make me wait for it. That's my only wish.
Well,
Just put it out there.
We'll see if you're right. Probably not.
Big character building, big team building episode. We got to see a little bit more of Levi, which he was a little rough around the edges. I didn't know him very well. I wasn't sure what to think about him, but he just took a big step in my books.
And he knows his team well, which is good to see.
That's why he leads them.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's why Erwin makes the big man decisions. And I said it early. I'll say it again. I think eventually Armin is going to be the commander.
I agree.
Because he's got the brains for it.
He's got the brains. I agree.
I'm pumped. I'm excited. If I don't get the answers that I'm hoping for next episode, I don't know what I'll do. I'll keep watching. But let us know your thoughts. I know Levi is a crowd favorite. We are starting to get a taste. So hit us up in the comments below with your thoughts. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Attack on Titan and hopefully some answers coming next week. Bye.